I'm Kendra Oswald. I'm a CRM strategist at VisionPoint Marketing, and I spent the first 15 years of my career in higher education before switching over to VisionPoint just over 2 years ago. So now I get to spend my day helping clients like the ones I'm partnered with today, which is Northwest Missouri State. And we're going to talk a little bit about how we are working to enhance their applicant experience. And my friends Tammy and Miranda are over there in the back. Everybody say hey. I've been really enjoying working with them the last several months on this project, and as well as other things. But let's get started. So we all know that higher education is a super competitive landscape, right? It's probably more competitive now than it's ever been before. And but we found that the largest hurdle isn't always about getting students to start your application process or start your enrollment process. It's getting them to finish it. So think about your current admissions process. Is it seamless and engaging, or is it more of a series of obstacles for your prospective students? There's often hidden pain points, confusing forms, lack of personalized guidance, which leads to frustration and even potentially lost applications. So even the strongest marketing can fall flat if your admissions process is confusing or clunky. Luckily, we have some super powerful tools at our disposal to help transform this journey. First would be Element's robust CRM tools, and then you combine it with visitor behavior analytics to help us understand how our students are interacting with our digital platforms. Together, these empower us to move beyond our basic assumptions and make data-driven decisions to enhance that applicant experience. So for visitor behavior analytics, one tool that we use at VisionPoint, which I think is a complete game changer, is called Microsoft Clarity. There are other comparables like Hotjar, Lucky Orange, or Mouseflow, but Microsoft Clarity is the one that we've chosen to use. So with visitor behavior analytics, it provides heat maps, session recordings, and insights into your user behavior, which has been super helpful for our CRO team at VisionPoint to identify those critical moments of friction on websites or even within Element 451 forms. Today we're going to look at how we used those visitor behavior analytics to help Northwest Missouri optimize their inquiry experience. So the initial plan for this was to actually help them optimize the RFI form itself. But after digging a little bit deeper with those visitor behavior analytics, we realized that there was a more fundamental problem. Students were actually struggling to even locate the RFI form on their website. The page was confusing, and it contained, as you can see from the screenshot, lots of different actions, which it was actually leading students to navigate away from the RFI form and potentially even abandon their request. Clearly, they weren't finding what they were looking for or expecting to find. So this is a session recording that shows kind of the friction in action. The student clicks request information. There they go. And they navigate to that form, which has all of these options. They're not sure what they're supposed to click on. They get to the bottom. They even click request information again, which brings them right back to that same page. And before they finally locate the transfer student RFI link at the bottom. Additionally, these visitor behavior analytics showed that the top clicked element on this page was actually the top menu, which indicated students were just leaving the page. They weren't even following through with that RFI form. And our analysis also showed that the RFI form itself was a bit of a point of friction. And students were frequently abandoning the form, which was pointing to user fatigue. Here is the, let's see, did that change? There we go. Here's the scroll map of the original RFI form, and as you can see, midway down the page, the bright orange and red have already faded quite significantly to yellow, which indicates user drop-off. And only 67% of desktop users even reached the bottom of the form where the submit button was. That's a third of the potential applicants weren't even seeing the submit button. And unfortunately, the number who clicked the submit button was less than 1%. The mobile version of the form fared quite a lot better than the desktop version, but still 40% of users didn't reach the bottom of the form. Ultimately, across both desktop and mobile, these friction points led to a critical outcome. These students were simply leaving the form entirely to find different ways to contact Northwest. So what did we do to fix these issues? We made 2 key recommendations. The first was to adjust the contact admissions page, moving that link to the RFI form above the fold. Additionally, the web team at Northwest added an anchor to the RFI section so that when the student clicks request information from another page, it automatically bumps them to that section. And both of these have led to an increase of over 57% visibility on the page. The second recommendation was to consolidate the RFI process. Previously, there was a different link for each student type, and now we have one clear path to the RFI form. And here is a new recording. Oh, is it going to go back? Maybe. There we go. A new recording since the changes have been made. This student navigates directly to the request information button. He or she redirects to the page, finds the form immediately, and gets started, which shows, there's just much less confusion on this page. Thankfully, I am thrilled to report that the results for Northwest Missouri have been measurable. In just the last couple of months since we've implemented these changes, they've seen a 3% increase in RFI form completion rates year over year. They've increased nearly 5% of users reaching the submit button scroll depth on the desktop, with a total of 3.37% of sessions resulting in a click submit button. Remember, that was less than 1% previously. On mobile, they've seen an increase of 8.6% in scroll depth, and the submit button remains the #1 clicked link. So how does this web behavior analytics truly integrate and enhance your CRM strategy? Well, first you can use Element 451's web activities dashboard, which already gives you high-level insights, including your page views, form submissions, and event registrations. This is your macro view. And then you incorporate your visitor behavior analytics to serve you with the micro level. Like we saw on this RFI form, it helps pinpoint where users struggle to find the content you want them to engage with. And it also helps you locate common struggles or even interests. For example, if you have a lot of clicks on a particular program, you can inform a new segment and trigger targeted communications or content to those students. It's about making your Element 451 work harder and smarter by understanding that qualitative experience behind your data. So lastly, how can you apply this to your institution and maximize your investment? Start by fully leveraging your CRM for all those personalized communications, nurturing every single lead that you get, and building efficient workflows. And then integrate your visitor behavior analytics like Microsoft Clarity to help you understand your digital experience from your prospective student's perspective. And lastly, identify those pain points, make your data-driven adjustments, and continually iterate. Focusing on a seamless and engaging applicant journey, you not only stand out in today's competitive landscape, but you'll build stronger connections with your future students, driving that happy applicant higher yield we're all striving for. Thank you.